Hey there, friends. Welcome back, anybody that's been watching my channel. Welcome, anybody new that's tuning into my channel. This is part 14 of me playing Project Castaway. We're on version 1.50. Now, since the end of the last episode and the beginning of this one, I have done a couple little home modifications. I have gone around and added some light. Um, Mike really wanted me to add some light, so shout out to Mike. So I said, all right, I'll put some lights in here. He also showed me how to attach things to the wall. So I went and attached the surfboards and stuff to the wall. So now we see I do have some light in here at night. And then over to my smokehouse. I'm just catching you up real quick with the things that I've done since the last episode. I added a stick holder. I added a trophy, Wilson Ball trophy here, and I added some light in here, and I also added the wine rack for all 10 of the bottles that I found. And then I put a prep table here. And speaking of the prep table, I was going to go ahead and use it for you right now. So let's see here. You take the meat, I believe you put it on there, and then in this case I made the Zephyr seasoning, which is for bird meat. This one here is just an empty spice container I can use to make or craft any other seasonings that I want, but in this case I have the Zephyr seasoning, so we're going to put that on there. And now I have a raw bird meat that is seasoned. I'm not really 100% sure what benefit that has. I think it probably just gives you more when you eat it, is my guess. So now I have 3 seasoned meat, and I still have 2 more uses left in the seasoning. To make the Zephyr seasoning, it was in the build menu here, and it is in your blueprints, if I remember correctly. Yeah, here's the different seasonings for different things. I'm guessing some have better effects than others. I don't know yet. I have not dove that deep into doing this, but here was the Zephyr seasoning that I made. Was 2 ginger, 1 pepper with the spice container. So it was a fairly easy, not real expensive or demanding recipe to make. So that is the one that I currently made. Okay, and so other things that I have done since then, I basically just had some meat that I needed to smoke. I smoked that, and then this bird meat that I did just season, I want to start that on the smoker. And the other thing I'm going to be accomplishing in this later on here, as soon as I get this little bit of stuff done here, is I have missed a couple things on a couple islands. So there's a couple stops that I know I need to go to. Is I need to stop at the Lagoon Island. I have a blueprint that I missed there, and I also have 2 relics that I missed there. Or just 1 relic I missed there. Sorry, my bad. I misspoke. And then I need to go to SOS Island, where I have missed a blueprint. And then the other places that I need to stop is I need to stop at the Arch Island again. I missed a relic there. I need to stop at the tree in the sea. I have to still pick up the relic there and grab the valve from that location. And then I also need to go to the Lagoon Island. There is that was when I said earlier I had the relic there I need to pick up, and then I need to go to the Big Plain Island where I did not pick up the rocking horse that was in the water. So there's a couple places that I do need to go. But just giving you an idea of things that are on my to-do list here. I used another one of the Wilson balls and built a scarecrow out here. Like I said, I just did a couple little home improvements. I did a little bit of gardening and stuff. I just kind of, that stuff just, I don't know if it's really exciting to watch. And I've done a lot of it in my previous episodes. But in this one, I just was like, you know what, I'm just going to catch up really quick on this stuff. And then, you know, it won't be such an issue. Another thing that I wanted to start doing was working on getting some silver smelted. That was why I had silver in my bag here. So in order to smelt the silver, it's 1 silver. And then you need to use tin. And I know we're going to need a bunch of it for building the plane, because that is coming up very soon to escape this island. Okay, so now that I have a silver and a tin in each one, I'm going to start that to smelt. And we do need quite a bit of it, so. And while that is smelting, I also missed a mattress over here on this side of the island. It's kind of in the water. It is kind of dark, so it's going to be hard to see. Again, I do want to thank everybody for the likes and subscriptions. I greatly appreciate it. I'm just trying to get my channel off the ground here, and there is a mattress right here. It's kind of deeper in the water, so I missed it. I actually was watching Mike's stream, and I believe I happened to see it while he was standing. I was looking in the water on his stream while he was up there, I believe, or somewhere, and yeah, I've seen it, and I said, hey, go over there, get that. I totally missed that too. So I'm gonna go ahead and break this up just because I am, like I said, actively working on collecting the things that I missed, that I know I missed, or that I've identified that I've missed. And then actually I might even show, since I will be doing a lot of island jumping here and it's only basically stopping, I'm going to be going and grabbing what I missed, or locating and grabbing what I missed, and then moving to the next one. I have found a little way to kind of cheat the system to sleep. What's this say? Sudden loud noises. Alright, yeah, we'll go with the restricted keep out. That sounds more like my I don't want nobody in my food house, so we'll go ahead and put that up on the wall. I mean, I really enjoy the game. The game is definitely still an evolution. So I do believe there will be more to come. I think I have just about got to the point where I am able to complete and escape. That's why I was starting to smelt some of the silver and stuff. There we go. We'll go ahead and just put that right there on the door. I did not put any outside torches up because they do tend to go out if you get a longer rainstorm. So I don't feel like going around and constantly relighting them. But the couple I have on the inside, they do, as you've seen in the beginning of the video, they provide me with adequate light. My place is kind of small, so ideally I might have probably should have built just a little bit bigger, you know, and basically if I would have built the size of the smokehouse and this place together, and maybe just a little bit more, not much, but I could have probably fit just about everything inside that, you know. And I do have a ginormous pile of cloth, as you see. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and drop these springs off. We are going to be heading out here before too long to start jumping to some of these other islands and collecting the things that I have overlooked or missed when I was at them first. I did get a lot of the stuff on all the islands that I was there, but I did miss a couple things, which I said I was trying to figure out which things I missed, and I have. So I did spend some time off camera exploring and looking and to find these things, so hopefully I remember where everything's at. Like here's 3 of the relics that I missed. This one is the plate. It was on Arch Island. This one is in Lagoon Island. It's the like wine glass or chalice, and then this one is at the tree in the sea, along with the valve. So I definitely need to get the valve for sure, just to have 3 for the motor. And the other blueprints and stuff, the 3 blueprints that I need to pick up those in order to finish. One of them is the engine compartment for the plane, because there is 8, so I am missing the engine compartment. So you do have to find all of the blueprints. Those are pretty important. But yeah, that is pretty much where I'm at right this moment. That meat I just grabbed, I would like to go and put it into this smokehouse here. look here. Okay, so I still got one piece of that shark meat. I could fill this up the rest of the way, but I'm not really all that crazy worried about it. I'm more than likely I'm gonna be leaving, and I'm probably gonna burn it anyway. I just was using it as an example to show you how to use the prep table and the seasoning. Like I said, the only thing I can think of is that it adds more to your satisfaction or your hunger when you eat it. Other than that, I'm not really 100% sure if it has any other benefit than that. I'm just trying to get myself prepped before I leave here. Have a couple items. So I'm going to leave with 2 of the shark meat. I'm going to grab, let's see here. Let's grab a couple of these Hawaiian berries. I got more than enough I can spare. Oh, I can also show you the pesticide, how that works. See, as we see, we got a flying pest on this plant. Now, my earlier episode, I made this lavender spray. You go ahead and get on over here to it, which is right here. It's a natural pesticide used for mosquitoes, flying pests. To make that, it was in, I believe, the blueprints. Oh, yeah, right there. Whoops, went by it. All right, right here. In the blueprints, it was you have to have the pesticide container and craft that, and then lavender, seaweed, and lemongrass, and it is used for the flying pests. So let's go over and apply that real quick. Okay, so here we are with the flying pest on the crop. Go ahead and just drop that in the center there, and ta-da, they are gone. Alright, and so that was basically just using the pesticides. There's other ones, obviously. There's the other pesticide. I do not think I have it. I think it is one of the 3 blueprints I have left to get. I believe there is, I want to say 49 blueprints in the game, and you do need to collect them all if you wish to get off this island. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I'm going to go ahead and eat one of these berries. I did grab a lot of them, and just to top off my nutrition bar there. Okay, so we got water, and let's go ahead and head off to our first island here. So I carry a couple logs with me, ain't gonna hurt nothing. Alright, so let's go ahead on over to Arch Island, which is right there, so it's really close. Let's go head over there real quick. We just got to make a quick stop and grab one of the artifacts. If I can push my boat. I might be able to get out of here. I doubt it. Needs to go a little more. Alright, now we're good. Alright, so that is where we're heading to. And I'll even show you a little trick I stumbled upon just out of curiosity as we get closer to the island to regain your energy and your sanity, but I guess it's kind of a game glitch. I mean, I'll show you one as we get closer. Because I kind of want to take advantage of it and use it to my advantage here, as in I'll get my energy back, I'll get my sanity back, and these islands take a handful of hours to sail to in game. So if I do this right, I will hopefully hit the morning time. It just depends. The only thing I got to watch here is the rain. But the way to solve this would be to build a tent on your raft. The rain part of it anyway. Because to explain how I discovered this, I was basically rafting like this, and I kind of was curious to what would happen if you slept while your raft's going. So I was like, okay, so I guess, hey, let's give it a try. So I'm heading toward the island I want to go to, and just for fun, I am going to do it here. 12 hours. Let's sleep. I don't know what I hit. Hold on, something didn't work this time. Or did it? Wow, okay, that was strange. It spun me completely around. When I've done it before, that did not happen. But you can see I didn't really go that far. I'm still right in the general area I was in. But it completely turned me around. Like I said, it's a little buggy. But other times I have done that, I just slept and it basically, like, I went through the process of sleeping and the time went by really fast, but the boat, as you can see, didn't really move that far in the water because I am right in the same general area that I did when I just slept for a pretty long time. And then the boat just kind of did its kind of freaking out, went underwater thing there. So yeah, that was the first time I've had that happen to me where it spun me literally all the way around. But one of the very first things that I needed to get was on Arch Island here. I had thought I'd got everything, and I actually missed the relic on this island. So we're going to stop by Arch Island here and grab the relic. Basically just picking up the last few things that I missed here. And I probably do need to take the time and stop and warm up as when I'm here. But we are very close to being able to complete the game. Like I said, it's a matter of finding this valve and finding the last few blueprints here. Okay, so we're not going to be here long at all. I just need to go along the coastline here until I find a set of rocks. Where were they? I think they're right here. Maybe. There's like a couple little bunches of rocks, and it's in the middle of the rocks. Maybe I parked. My luck, I parked right next to it here. Hold on, let me go. Let me go peek right next to me here. I bet I did. Yep, I sure did. Look at that right there. Ancient saucer. I parked literally right next to it. So there's, as you've seen, only 2 spots of rocks that are on the water. There actually might be 3. There might be a little one right there. But in this one right here, there is one of the relics right there in the water, underwater. So we're going to go ahead and get that into our box. I want it in the box. Okay. That should be close enough. We're going to take the time while it is raining here and go hide. And warm up a little bit, because I did build that little fire right underneath here. So we're going to go ahead and take advantage of it while we're here. And warm up. Okay, so we got one of the relics that I missed. And then we have Lagoon Island, Big Plain Island, and SOS Island, and the tree in the sea to still go to. So let's see. There's Lighthouse Island. We don't need to go there. We got everything on Lighthouse Island. There is the Island of Islands, or Multi-Island, right there. We don't have anything to go get there, but the tree, I do believe, is right there. So I guess we are going to go to the tree next. That is going to be our next stop, to go down there and get the relic and get the not only get the relic, but get the valve. There should be a valve somewhere in that neighborhood, so... And we're going to obviously have to deal with the sharks. So let's go and push ourselves back off here and get aimed to go out there. Yeah, that should work. We're just going to go ahead and get this turning before I open the sails, just so I don't clip that little bit of shallow water right there. And full sails ahead. Alright, jump back on the steering here. And we're going to head out to the tree in the sea. And there should be a valve here, and there should be, I believe, like a chalice of some kind here, or the bowl. So in our menu here, we will be looking for this, or no, not that, my bad. This right here. This is what we're going to be picking up, and then we still have the horse to get, and which is on Big Plain Island, and then this whiskey, like wine chalice glass or whatever, on Lagoon Island. And we will have to deal with sharks out here, so I do have some shark repellent in my one container. So I want to actually go and fish that out. Hopefully we can do this with one, but if not, then we won't. Well, I got more. I got 2 others in there. I have taken the time of my farming and making excess of stuff to have, you know, available resources to make the things that I need to make. Farming's not the funnest in this game, or in really any games. It kind of takes a while, but in this game it is kind of sped up. So if you know how to do it right, you know, by using your compost and everything, and you can put out a bunch of stuff real quick. So within a few days in the game, you can have a lot of stuff if you just focus it on farming. But then you lose out on all the fun adventures of treasure hunting and looting and finding the blueprints and the treasures on the islands. And, well, in this case, in the sea. So I am literally just going to ram this tree. It should be kind of like, acts like an island, so you can, yeah, as you see, I'm docked on it. Alright, so my objective is going to be, I'm going down to the bottom, and I'm going to be looking for the relic, and to get my cleaver here. That's about the fastest swinging, strongest weapon that I think I have. Unless I want to shoot arrows at it, but we're not really looking to shoot arrows that much right now. So I'm going to head down. So let me go ahead and get my shark repellent on. I'm going to eat a berry too right before I go. You know, eat before you swim. No problem, right? Okay. We are sprayed up and away we go. And as we get down here, here is the valve right next to the tree, and then here is the relic right here on top, the golden cup. And so this is a pretty deep dive, so you don't have a lot of time to be down here. So you kind of got to come down, get what you can get, and then get back up immediately, so you don't end up drowning. And get back on the raft. Alright, so there is another relic. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that off my list here. The relic and the valve. And just for fun, I'm going to actually, well, not for fun, but just for safekeeping, I guess I should say, we'll go ahead and just toss the relic in there. And let's go ahead and have ourselves a little snack again. Eat a piece of this smoked shark from before. Alright, so that is the tree. So we have Big Plain, Lagoon, and SOS Islands to go to still. So we are right next to Multi-Island. There is a Home Island. There is Lighthouse Island. All the other islands we need to go to, I believe, are on the other side over there. So while I still have Shark Repellent active, let's go ahead and push this off. And you can stand on this. So if you're short on breath, you can stand up here and get your breath back standing in the tree. But I do have the Shark Repellent on, so I actually am going to see if I can kill one. And I did. And there was some shark teeth. And the fin. And some meat. That's the one thing I did not pick up when I killed sharks before, was the teeth. I missed it, I guess, or it might not have dropped me none either. In 1.49 to 1.5, they did change the amount of stuff that you get when you do kill a predator. So I might not have got it. Okay, so let's set a course here to our next adventure. We've got some sailing to do. And we got a storm to deal with, so... Alright, so we're going to work our way over to these other islands. We're just going to basically sail right on by Lighthouse Island, in between Lighthouse Island and the Radio Tower Island here, and work our way to the other side of where my island base is at here. I didn't want to do that. Uh-oh, uh-oh. That ain't good. Fall off the raft. And I didn't even get my drink. Ain't that a shame? We're gonna try again. Maybe I won't get washed off the raft this time. Boy, I tell you what, that's the hardest challenge right there. There we go. Okay, so we have Arch Island again as we're going by. We have Lighthouse Island on the left. And I believe straight in front of us, we have SOS Island. And then that would be Big Plain Island over on that side. So we are having to trek all the way back and forth across the map here to collect the last few things that I had overlooked or missed when I was there prior. Yeah, I believe that is SOS Island that we are heading to right out there. Because this island is completely done. That island is completely done. So I think we're going to go there, and then the other one is over there, and then there. So we are going to go ahead and continue, just keep on sailing. To have a nice little lovely time out at sea. And I guess I learned something just then too when I tried to get that drink of water. Even with 4 sails on a raft my size, you can still swim just a tiny pinch faster than it can sail. Otherwise, my raft would have just been long gone. So I kind of lucked out in that perspective. But I've also got to test it now. I have never purposely tried to test that, but we just got first-hand test. Okay, and as we are going by the pirate ship, which is right there in the water, to the right, which I do believe there was a few more things down there that I didn't pick up when I was down there on the dive. I think there's a can of corn down there maybe, and there was a bunch of weapons that I did see in my prior dive down there that I didn't pick up. I didn't really need them. They were not as strong as the blueprint weapons. All the blueprint weapons are all, they don't have durability, so to say. As you can see, the cleaver doesn't have a durability, but the crossbow, it has a durability because it is one that you can craft. Unlike the seagull hatchet is a blueprint weapon and no durability. So, you know, that's the beauty about them. Once you have them, they are, you know, really, really good. You know, as far as they're not needing any maintenance, you don't have to worry about them breaking on you. You don't have to worry about using no more resources on tools and weapons. And this cleaver, that cleaver is really, really overpowered. As you see, I pretty much took that shark out without a problem, just having a little bit of shark repellent on. You know, I got a ton of shark meat on me now. Did I really need to do that? No, but I figured why I had the repellent on, why not? And the meat will actually probably end up, there's a good chance if I don't cook it immediately here at one of these stops, it's going to go rotten on me before I even make it back to where my smokers are on my home island. I'm not making a special trip back just to take them back. If anything, really, it was to just grab the teeth from the shark, was what I was after. So yeah, I'm just sailing on out here to this island. And like I said, this is SOS Island. So to reiterate on SOS Island, let's see here. I need to get a blueprint. Oh, 2 blueprints. I missed 2 blueprints on this island. And the sad part is one of them, if I remember right, was right in front of me. So, this was my little camp next to the camp that is on SOS Island. And I believe, if I was correct, it's right there. You can see there's a blueprint I missed right next to where I was. Right there. So that is the blueprint for the plane engine. Now, all of the blueprints, they, you know, are not necessarily, I don't think they're marked on which ones are where. I don't think, but that one I definitely needed to get in order to finish the series. To basically build the plane to get out of here, you have to get that one. So while I am here, I'm just going to hang out in here for a minute. Wait for the storm to pass. Maybe let this warm me up a little bit, the meat rack. I mean, I can smoke meat on it if I really want it. I can put some of this shark I got on there. I do still have a little bit in my back there, my backpack, along with some berries. Gonna go ahead and eat one of the berries. Alright, so I used the meat smoker to warm up a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and while I'm here, it's 8 o'clock at night. So I would like to get up about 4. So about 8 hours. Let's get about 8 hours of sleep, which will give me about half my it should give me more than half of my energy and give me all my sanity back. So let's go ahead and do that. And there we go. It's right around 4 in the morning. And then I don't think there was nothing else on this island that I needed to get. Oh wait, no, there is one more. My bad, my bad. There is one more. Okay, so I got one more blueprint I need to go get. This blueprint is by a set of big rocks in the water. So we're going to go take a little walk around. And both of these, if I remember right, both of these blueprints that I missed were underwater. So that was why I did not pick up on them. Really big shallow spot here. Would probably be pretty neat if you wanted to build like a house on stilts in the water. That would probably be a really nice place to do it. Okay, so here's some big rocks. Let me see here. I don't remember if it was these or there's other ones. It was probably the other ones. Let me check over here. I'm guessing it might have been over here. I just wrote down it was by some big rocks in the water, so. Okay, so it is not this one, so we're just going to go ahead and keep on marching along. Might be right here. And no, we're not. It's not at that one either, but we have some more rocks right over here, so. I know it was by one of these sets of big rocks. I just didn't remember which one it was. There's 2 blueprints, 2 sets of rocks. And there it is, right there. Okay, so yeah, this is what I meant, big rock in the water. So I went all the way around, checked all of the other rock piles, and the very last one I come to check was the one I got. So there was a blueprint right here behind this big rock in the water. And then there was another one right outside this tent. In the water. So both of those 2 had eluded me when I was here prior, but we have now collected them. Then I'm going to go ahead and just break these metal drums down. Not that I really need much more metal at my home camp, but What can I say? I'm horrible about it. I like to be have enough adequate supplies for anything I choose to do. And grab a couple more bananas for the road. I don't think I really need these, but I just brought them back for fun. Top my water off. And go ahead and take advantage of these bananas that I grabbed. And yeah, I already knew this stuff wasn't going to be nowhere near close to done. I had literally just lit it to help keep me warm. Like I said, this little stop here was not meant to have anything of great value, really. And now I wonder... Oh wow, it does work here where you can stick it to the raft. Alright. Or go ahead and put that right there. It should stay there because I posted it to it, so... I don't think there was any other goodies that I really need to grab. I mean, I thought I could break these metal barrels down and take the scrap. I'm not building any more burning barrels. I'm not building any more add-ons to my ship. So I don't really need them for anything other than they are scrap. Sorry, that's been kind of a challenge to me. Anytime you see the seagull land, to see if you can take it out with your weapon. If you can run up on it and get it before it flies away. Now, when you use the the seagull hatchet, it takes 2 hits. So after the first hit, they fly away. So if you can pull off the second hit, you kind of hit them like you're hitting a baseball, and they tend to go flying. So it's kind of funny at times. I mean, not in the aspect of killing the animal, but in the game animations of it. So don't take my words out of context. I do not believe in animal abuse. Okay, so here was the SOS. I was just kind of doing one more lap of the island to see if there was any goodies that I really just felt like I needed to have. Even though I don't need anything, my base is pretty stocked. Okay, there's not really nothing else that I need here. Let me double check my list, but I think it was just the 2 blueprints on this island that I needed to collect. And actually, while I got this open, I have a handful of things I would like to toss in here. Okay, so let's see there. I think we got... Oh, we'll throw the teeth in there too. They are kind of big, so they're not really... Like, I'm going to lose them. Okay, and that is closed up. That is loaded up. Alright, so SOS Island, we got the 2 blueprints. That is taken care of. So we need to go to Big Plain Island and Lagoon Island are the last 2 stops on the shit I missed. The shit I missed tour. Okay, so let's see here. Let me get my bearing where I'm at. There's Lagoon. We just came in from over there. So we need to go that way, which that is probably Big Plain Island. Big Plain or Lagoon, either one. We need to go make a quick stop at both. So off set sail again we go. Maybe. Probably fighting a rock in the water right now. Hey, right there. There we go. Now let's try it. want to head over this way now. Like I said, the easiest way to tell the Lagoon Island one is if you see the three pointy rocks that are sticking up next to the island. It's kind of the hallmark for there is an island there. But we are heading straight out this direction for a nice little sail. Okay, so that is Big Plain Island right there. This is Lagoon Island, I believe. I'll know more as soon as we get a little closer. But we do need to go to both, so if I can hit off Lagoon on the way to Big Plain, then let's do this. Gather up these last couple of resources. I do think there is two things on Lagoon Island that I need to get. I missed a blueprint, and I needed to get one of the relics that I did not pick up by the ruins in the middle. Yeah, I do believe this is, this is Lagoon Island right here. The pointed rocks are on the other side, so that's why we're not seeing them in the view from far away. But anytime I see those three rocks, I know which island that is right there. It's not, obviously, I'm coming in on the other side of the island, so we're not going to see them this way. I guess I probably could have took the smoking shark meat with me, but again, I have more than supple food, even with what's still on me. So just dropping 2 pieces off on that smoker and leaving it, it's no big deal. It'll likely burn, and then it'll be sitting there. I don't have no use for it. Taking out the shark mainly was to get the teeth. Because the other previous sharks that I have killed, I have not gathered up their teeth. So that's probably my bad on not finding the teeth when I did them. That or they didn't spawn. I mean, I think it's hard to tell when you're in the water sometimes to find stuff. And I have tried to be really thorough when I've gone to all these islands, but yet I have obviously missed a few things here and there, and that is why I'm going back around now and collecting those few things. If I wanted to right this moment, I could just say, you know, F it, I'm out of here. I've got the I got the blueprint for the engine. That was one of the basically the last thing I needed to leave. So I've already collected that. Going to go ahead and get up on shore here. Okay. All right, so on this island, we have a blueprint, and we need to get the one relic. So let's head on off to finding the blueprint. And the blueprint that I missed was right over here, I believe. like where you come in, where the water comes in there. It was on the right side here, and I want to say it was right up here on these rocks somewhere. Might have been that next one. Oh, wait a minute. Duh. There is one there, but not here. I got this one. My bad. The one I want is right over there, I think. It's on one of these rocks. I know that for a fact. I know I spent a lot of time traversing these rocks and looking and seeing where it was. I was over there for a long time in my... Where did I miss it? My bad. It's on this side. It's on the opposite side. This island does have a lot of blueprints on it, next to the rocks and in the rocks. So, my bad. I got confused. It's on this side. Yeah, right here. There it is. And that is actually for the pesticide for the crawling critters and the slugs. Okay, and so that is the blueprints, I believe. All the blueprints that I was missing. And then I have to get the last relic, which is in the water right about where my pointer is right now. Can't help it. Uh-oh. I didn't want to jump in the water there. It's a little shallow. I am going to do a really big jump in the water here soon. Like that. Alright, so the best way that I've had found this before is to literally jump off of that, but it is right here. The silver wine glass. And so I had a hell of a time trying to locate it at first. The way that ultimately led me to it, that made it really easy, was I had crawled up here, and I'm basically just going to recreate it when I was trying to locate it. Crawl up here. Alright. Alright, and I just ran and jumped. Just like that, took me right to it, as you just seen. Right where I landed was right on it. So that is the easiest way to find it, is just you jump off that first one and just overshoot the second pier, and it'll drop you straight on it. Alright, so that was another one of the relics. And if I remember right, my raft is over here somewhere. There is a bunch of relics along these rock fronts here. I did get them all. Or I meant relics. I mean blueprints along those rock fronts. I did gather them all, so let's go back and throw this in the storage container. Alright, close that up. And I'm going to stop at my little outpost here. While I'm here, I might as well just cook the meat and stuff that I got, because it is going to expire. I'm not going to be able to... Oh, it already did. Well, guess I ain't got to worry about that. But I do have this bird meat. And I'm going to eat this piece of smoked meat. I don't know how much longer it has on the clock. We got a banana and berries, and we'll have one piece of cooked meat here. And then we always got coconuts for backup anywhere we go. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and take a little nap here. It's going to get us 6 hours in, so we got a nice 4 a.m., roughly 4 a.m. start. 5 a.m. start, my bad. Did my math a little wrong there, but that's fine. I just wanted to have full energy. So save. Okay, and we are ready to go again. You know what, I'm just going to go ahead and eat a coconut too, because that'll top off both my food and my water. And we're off to the next island. Alright, so Lagoon Island, we got the artifact, and we got the blueprint. So the last place we need to go is Big Plain Island. We have an artifact waiting for us there, and that is right over there. So we're going to go ahead and back out of here. Alright, and we should be good to go. We're just going to get one sail on it here. Steer off of that. Alright, turn on the speed boost. Which is, like I said, you can swim faster than it, but the sharks will eat you alive. So we're going to head on over here to Big Plain Island. And there's those three piers that those rock formations that I always give away where Lagoon Island is. That's what I look for as far as the landmarks. And Big Plain Island is just huge, so it's like the mountain of the islands. And then here we have the rocking horse is what we are after. And it is in the water. I had overlooked it. So if we look at our relics, we have all of these. We got all of these, and we just need the rocking horse. So that is what we are going to pick up. My raft does pull a little bit to one side because my sails are uneven. Because I only have one empty space on the left, but I got two empty spaces on the right. Imagine if I built another sail on there, it would probably go straight when they're all five would be open. But I think after 3, you don't really go any faster. So it's just purely cosmetics after that. But there might be a raft to sail ratio on your speed, so I could easily be wrong on that. We are almost there. And once we are here, we'll do a quick run of the beach to find it. I think I know where it's at right offhand. Or pretty close. I've found it before many other times when I've been on this island, but for some reason on this go around, I just completely overlooked it. It is off just a little bit into the water though by some rocks. And if anything, I'm just going to try to dock a little bit closer to my outpost. Okay, this is going to be close enough for me. We're only here for a very short time. Okay, we are at the outpost that I had left here. I see the turtle is, my pet turtle, still roaming around. He seems to have taken care of the joint. Not that there was much he could do or had to do, but yeah, everything seems to still be in place. I do have a ton of sheet metal. Okay, so the objective here now is we're going to need to find the rocking horse. And my luck, it was probably... No, I don't think it's this close. No. I think it's down this way. And it is in the water. Maybe not. Maybe it was the other way. I know it is somewhere right in this neighborhood. Or, well, I know it's right in the water here somewhere. It's probably down more that way. I know it was along here, and we are going to find it. I just did not have the exact location memorized. What's this sign say? Sudden loud noises. We don't want that one. It might have been right here. I don't know. We're gonna find it though. Yeah, it is right here. Okay. As you can see, it is right there in the water. It is right by this rock formation right here. And yeah, I left these barrels here to remind myself where it was at. So let's go and grab the rocking horse. And there's a couple barrels down here too. Again, we don't need them. We're not doing anything more. And there's the rocking horse. And that was the last item that we needed. So I want to set that there for a moment. And I'm going to break this stuff down and just collect the metals. And you always want to make sure it says metal barrel, because there are fuel tanks, but I doubt you can destroy them if you tried to. But I do know there are some you need to find. I think there's 4 in a game. You need at least 2. Okay, so let's load the last relic. So now we have found all of the relics. I do believe we found all the blueprints. If not, we found enough to finish, for sure. There we go. Fits like a glove. Alright, and just for fun, we're going to grab the surfboard. And add it to the other side of the ship. Even though in this one, I thought I had it way up there. It seems to move back a little bit, but it's alright. They're just for fun and show anyway. And while I have the empty storage space, I might as well bring some more metal and stuff back. Not that I need it, I have a pretty good supply of it. Grab a drink of water. Go ahead and eat up this banana. Alright, I'm not worried about the metal, honestly. We got more than enough. I think we've got pretty much everything we could possibly need. And some, for sure. I don't think there was nothing else here that I really needed to collect. I don't even really need this wood. What's this sign say? It's the loud noise one. Okay, so I guess we need to head back to Radio Tower Island. Oh, wait a minute. There is one other thing we need to do while we're here. Before we leave. Because in previous episode, I had unlocked this. Before I forget, so this is the GPS thing. After you locate it, this is the GPS unit that you find in the bottom of the box underneath the radio tower, which, as you can see, it's clearly telling me it is right over there. But it is showing up a marker here. What the marker here is the GPS tags. So we're going to head on over to where the tags are and grab the tags. And the tags, from what I can tell, you can basically just use them to mark out where your outpost camps are on the islands. And the tags are up here at the body under this tree. I almost totally forgot about this. So we're going to run up there and grab those tags. And then if anything, I will leave one at my little outpost here. And then I will show you basically briefly how it works once we travel back. And then upon traveling back, when we do get back, will probably be where I end this episode. So here is the tags and a sticky note. They spawned in obviously after. And I think I got them all. Yep. Alright, I have picked them all up. The red dot is gone off the screen. So we are going to now need to make our way back down. Past this horrid little insects, what that was bothering me on my way up. Scorpion. That's alright. I'll take care of him. Got this nice little snail. I mean, I don't really need anything as far as food or anything goes from any of the critters. It's pretty much just defending myself now and getting off of this island, or, well, getting down from this island and this cliff, which there's a way down right there. Of course, I find me another one. They're more of a nuisance than anything. Okay, and we've made it back down. I guess I need to move that surfboard. It's been making its way off of the boat. I don't know if it'll actually totally fall off, but it's definitely trying. Go ahead and just put those both there like that. Okay, so now we need to make our way back to the home island, which is right behind us. And we just go ahead and give that a little push. Alright, we should be good to go if we turn this. So that's turned, so it should immediately pull us off of this coast. And yeah, we're just going to stay turned until we hit the right bearings here. Again, thank you everybody that is watching. I do appreciate all the likes and the subscriptions. I know I've had audio issues, I've had video issues. I occasionally have audio and video issues on newer games I start doing. There is a delicate balance between the music volume in the game and how long my audio mic is. I'm not an extremely loud person, so sometimes I get drowned out, and then I have audio issues, and it makes me sound like I'm far away or I'm in a cave or something because the music can be too loud. I think I kind of got this one adjusted fairly well to where I'm not super overpowering, but yet, you know, you can still hear me. So now we're just making the ship sail back home, and I'm gonna unload some of this stuff, and then I'm gonna call it an end of this episode. And then in my next episode, I will be working on putting together the plane. So I do know there's going to be a lot of stuff that I need to craft as far as the silver ignits. I need to craft up a bunch of them because I do think we need about 25 of them for the fuel tank on the plane. I do know that is needed. There's some pretty good amount of numbers and stuff. So in the course of doing that, we're going to find out if we missed anything else in the game. I do believe I have collected a lot of everything that is involved in the game. And my fingers are crossed that I have enough to finish and build and construct the airplane. I do have a very large pile of odds and ends and materials and stuff back at my home base here, so sit here and watch the surfboards slowly inch their way to me. And I just happened to catch my lights on my cabin there. For some reason, I was kind of heading, kind of looping around toward the backside, but I don't need to. It's right there. I guess that is the benefit of having some lights, is you can kind of see it from a distance. The game really doesn't get dark enough, they're absolutely needed. I was doing fine without them, but to lighten up the place, why not? I have a surplus of sheet metal, so using a little bit of it ain't a big deal. I'm not going to go overboard with them. I don't want to constantly be lighting them, especially the ones that are outside every time it rains. But they do burn forever, especially if they are indoors, so they have an unlimited fuel supply. And then my seasoned meat is probably burned by now, that I left on the smoker, because I was gone for several days there collecting the items that I missed. But like I said, it was just an example to show you of how to use the seasoning. And like I said, you can use the different seasoning for the different meats, but as far as the large meats go, once all the Komodos are gone, all the cheetahs are gone, or the cheetahs, the leopards, whatever, the big cats are gone, and once the cats, the Komodos, and the turtles are all gone, you don't no longer have a source for large pieces of meat. So, because they do not respawn, so when they're gone, they're gone. You're stuck to birds and sharks. So we're going to work on starting to take some of these relics in and adding them to the relic pile. This is going to consist of a handful of trips to the relic and scrap pile and all that fun stuff. I do want to keep the silver going, like I said, because I know I'm going to need a handful of it. And just pile the scrap metal here. Oops. I totally forgot to leave the GPS thing at the base. Whoops, my bad. I totally said I was going to do it and totally forgot to do it. But basically, how that works, though, is you just basically take it, you drop it off, and then it's going to show up on the map. It'll be one of the blinking red spots. And then you can take those and put those in your islands. Wherever you go. I mean, you could even go as far as leaving one in your raft so that if you were to, say, lose your raft, you have a GPS beacon on your raft. I mean, I'm not going to just put it on the deck. I'm going to tuck it away down inside the box here. And then I have a GPS beaker in the box. And honestly, I'm just going to leave them all in here for right now, because I do not need to have all of them here at my home base. I've just placed one at the home base. So, yeah, there's no need for the rest here. And it's just a matter of gathering all my supplies now, or taking all my supplies off of the boat. Because I've got a handful of relics. I've got these surfboards and stuff, so those are just, like I said, for fun. I'm going to go ahead and just put that on there. We're going to take this one. Let's put it outside on the main home here. Right over here above my fuel barrels. Okay, so I do have 4 of these, I believe. Yeah, four of the fuel barrels. You see how it says fuel drum instead of metal barrel? They do look very, very similar, so you have to be careful with those. You can see here is a metal barrel. And side by side, they're identical, but one says metal barrel, one says fuel drum. Let's peek in here real quick and see my... Oh, look, it didn't burn it. Look at that. That worked out really well. So now I have cooked bird meat seasoned, smoked. But there only should be one. There should be one, I mean, that's not. Yeah, see, that one's just a regular one, so I'm going to eat the regular one real quick. And then pick up these smoked seasoned ones. And normally I would just add them to my list here and then continue to keep eating this, because this stuff up here is probably getting ready to go bad before long. It has been up there for quite some time. Because when I did kill the 2 sharks back to back, it provided me with a good supply of meat for a while. Basically can continue to working on emptying out all the loot that I had just acquired. The valve can go in my... Okay, so I got 3 more relics to run back. And now the GPS tracker should Okay, now you see the GPS tracker has the multiple dots where I left the handful of them in my boat, and then it has one where I left it in my home base. So if I was to take the other ones, like I said before, to reiterate and move them to wherever I need to be, like if I left one at all my little outposts everywhere, it would show me where all of my little spots are. Well, most of them anyway. I have a spot pretty much on every island. There is 7 islands, and I think it gave you five trackers, so you could pretty much have all your places tracked on where you are and where you're going. So if you needed to stop or you get lost easy, it can guide you to your outpost. Or, like I said, in this case, I have them in the boat. So if I am to say my boat is to wander away, or I fall off it, like I almost did earlier and didn't catch it, um, I would be able to track it down. Hopefully, make another small raft and then just speed sail out to it and track it down. Would be the ultimate goal, obviously, because you want to make sure you hang on to your main raft. Unless you are not carrying much stuff, then I guess it doesn't matter if you lose it, but I have a lot of goodies, and I've spent a lot of time on it, and it has taken me to, all over the world of Castaway. So here we got the wine glass, I believe it was called. And the golden cup. So we've had a very successful recon mission there of going and finding all the things that we missed. Alright, so that is where we're at the moment. I pretty much have unloaded everything. I don't think there was anything left at all that I needed to bring out of there besides just the essentials and stuff that I carry with me from one island to the next. Everything from being the pick to the hammer to a couple coconuts. Don't really need them. Rope's good to carry with you. Maybe a couple pieces of cloth, especially if you're prone to getting hurt. There's a couple things I had left in here. And then I have the gold arrows. You only get 3 of them. I can't say I really used them. And then I also carry a lemon tea with me, and then there should be a coffee in here somewhere as well. But I have a couple brewing cups with me, and then I carry some shark repellent with me. I do have 2 shark repellents in here. My box, and I carry some of this bark, coffee berries, the essentials. What I consider the essentials anyway. And your berries, they don't go bad on you, so even all the Hawaiian berries and stuff that I have over here in my garden, these are all gains for food. So I have just ample source of food just with the Hawaiian berries, but then I also have other various crops growing. As far as I have some gooseberries there, tons of lemongrass, tons of cocoa, bunch of ginger. I mean, the cocoa, the ginger, the lemongrass, the coffee, the peppers, the lavender, they all go into making, well, all the stuff goes into making recipes. It just depends what recipes you want. I think the kava kava here and the starfish, they go into another recipe. Aloe goes into a recipe. Potatoes, you can, I like to have more than one growing, because if you do lose one, then you still have another one growing that will provide enough to start them again, because the potatoes actually will go rotten on you. So if you don't have extra, you can make it to where if you run out of your supply, like on the island here, right outside, right there where I'm looking on the bottom of that cliff, there's some potatoes, and there's a little bit of ginger right in front of that rock. But if you mess them all up and you lose them, and then you mess those up here and you lose them, then you literally have to go to another island and get your potato and then sail immediately back here before it rottens to plant it again. So it never hurts to have a few extras growing. Just keep it so that you have, enough. And you never have to worry about losing them. I mean, if you're planning on playing the game for a long time, once you collected everything and you're not really in like some super hurry to get away from here. Your white mushrooms, you can eat them. All these other mushrooms, they are used for different recipes and stuff. So I have not gotten into those. But I don't really need them. They can be used for different seasonings and on bird meat and regular meats, and basically make the meats, I guess, provide you more health or take away more of your hunger when you consume them. But that is where we're going to end it. Again, I do want to thank everybody. I really appreciate the support. Everything, I've just been walking through the game, taking my time, just kind of putting stuff together, trying to be extremely thorough. But like I said, this episode was all about going back around and finding all the stuff that I missed. So I have done that now. And yeah, here we are. I think the next episode, I'm going to work on starting the construction of the plane. And we're going to find out if I have enough pieces to put it all together. Now, if I don't, then I'm going to have to obviously do some more searching and find the last little bits of whatever I'm missing. So again, thank you everybody. I appreciate all the support, and hopefully I will catch you on the next one. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you then.